Good morning. Well, yeah, it's still morning. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Amara. Wait, do I have to do an intro for vlog? Wait. Well, welcome back to my vlog, guys. It's your girl, Amarachi. How y'all doing? Okay, guys, I made an executive decision. I'm gonna vlog with my selfie camera because so I was picked up the camera, I was talking, and then a little voice in my head said, Amarachi, stop talking and watch the clip you just recorded. I stopped talking and I watched the clip that I just recorded. Lo and behold, my head was out of frame. So it was just my neck. So it was a talking neck, not a talking head, talking neck video. I said, okay, this has got to stop because I can't. So I decided, I know many people say it's better to, I also concur, it's better to record with the back camera. But when it comes to vlogging, I need to be able to see myself. I need to be able to make sure that y'all can hear me. Oh yeah, so I made the executive decision, vlogging with my front camera. Your girl I ain't got the money for a vlogging camera right now. But you wanna know what my ideal vlogging camera would be? Is the DJI Osmo. Is it the Pocket 3? I don't know. I just like the fact that it's so small and it's conspicuous. Because, as a new vlogger, look at me, vlogger. As a new vlogger, I only vlog at home right now. The one time I tried to vlog at Walmart, last vlog, I was like, yeah, no, that was not my ministry. So something like that, it will help me have more confidence. But I'm putting out in the universe. I am putting it out in the universe that I will buy that. I will buy that vlogging camera. I will buy that vlogging camera very soon. I had to go check on the kids just to make sure they were just to make sure they're good. So like I said, she's good. Her dad is giving her some milk. It's almost nap time, so she's getting like this. So it's either I don't vlog or I vlog with my front camera. This is a new channel. We're getting our stuff together. We name it overnight. My fellow Igbo people. I'm not gonna him now. I'm gonna him kugakwe. We name overnight. As my father will say, Amarachi, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 mile. You have to start somewhere. I just gave y'all a little nugget from my dad. Thank me later. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Front camera it is. But y'all, so on today's agenda, look. Y'all see this pile of clothes right there? Yeah. We need a photo. It doesn't look like a lot from here, but that bassinet is full. Those are my kids' clothes. Those are 2 weeks worth of clothes. I do their laundry every week. So I'm gonna tell you guys 2 things about me that I dislike, hate. Yeah, I can say the word hate. Yeah, because I hate it. 2 things that I hate, dislike. 1, folding laundry. 2, folding kids' laundry. Kids' clothes are so small, and there's a lot. So yeah, so my husband and I, we have like a system because he knows I hate folding laundry. So the system that we have is I wash the clothes. When I say wash, I mean put them in the washer, in the dryer. And then he folds them and puts them away. But he only does that for my clothes and his clothes. He stopped doing it for the kids' clothes. It was kind of my fault though. It was kind of my fault because with our first child, when our first child was younger, when I would wash her clothes, he would fold it as well. But I didn't like the way he was folded. I had a system on how I wanted her clothes to be folded. So I didn't like it. So I would complain. So my Oga decided, you know what? I'm just not going to fold their clothes. So he doesn't fold their clothes anymore. I'm just like, damn. So yeah, the clothes are just sitting there waiting for me to fold them. So I'm going to fold them. But before I fold them, I need to tackle a stain. Let me show you what my toddler did. Hold on. Let me grab this. We need this tool. Let's go. Look at this. Look at the stain. Courtesy of my toddler. Look at all this. So my toddler decided she wanted to, I don't know, draw on the floor, carpet, wanted to redesign the carpet for us. So she went into my makeup drawer. So I don't know if it was, yeah, took my eyeliner and drew all over the carpet. Carpet rug, whatever it's called. I don't know. So trying to figure out, so I'm hoping that this cleans, I mean, it's wool lights for carpet rugs and upholstery. Triple action, cleans, refreshes, and eliminates odors. So hopefully it gets it out. Let's get to work. Wait, how do you push this thing? If this thing gets it out, that'll be perfect. Just gonna soak it for a little bit. Y'all, I actually need 2 hands for this. I'm gonna come back and show you guys the after. So y'all, as I'm doing this, I realized like this sounds gives me goosebumps. It's like, it makes me cringe. Is that weird? What is that called? Like as I'm doing this, I'm just like feeling so cringy, like, oof. All right, y'all. Look, I think it worked. I think this stain is out. I think this right here is just, it's still wet. That's why it looks white. I don't know, what is this? Look, I gotta get this right there. I gotta get that part. But look, it's so much better than it looked before. Still gotta get this strip right here. But hey, it's working. I mean, there's a lot of scrubbing power, but I'm just glad it's worked. Oh man, and I gotta do a lot. But the bottle's almost finished, so I'm probably gonna have to run out to Walmart to get some more bottles. Hey guys, so I had to stop. The product finished. The product, I mean, it wasn't even a lot in there to begin with. So the product is finished. So we have to buy more so I can continue trying to get the stains out. But in the meantime, I just put my kids down for a nap. One of them is trying to sleep, but the other one is not. So just ignore her. Ignore the background if you hear her screaming. All right, so we're gonna tackle these clothes right now. Do I want to? No. Do I have to? Yes. my husband walked by. I haven't told my husband walked by. I haven't told him that I'm vlogging. But anytime he sees me with a camera and my face just talking, he'll just like take a glance and just keep walking. He hasn't asked me, what are you doing? And I haven't told him. Like yesterday, I was taking B-roll shots. Oh, look at your girl, sounding like a content creator. I was taking B-roll shots. I found out what B-roll shots were yesterday. So let me explain a little bit. So based on my understanding, B-roll shots is basically when you're taking clips of things that you're doing, and then you can put it later on, then you can put it together and create like a shorts or like a reel. So, I mean, I was just taking shots of like video clips of things that I do every day, like cleaning up, washing plate, cleaning the island, cleaning the tables. So I was just doing that. And the man just looked at me and he didn't say anything. So I was like, I mean, in the past, I've always told him that I wanted to vlog and like upload YouTube videos. So he was supportive of it, but I was always scared. So I never did it. So he would always encourage me like, babe, when are you going to start? When are you going to start like doing what you like? And I'm just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I didn't tell them that I'm going to start, because I feel like anytime I say I'm going to start, I always like find an excuse not to do it. So that's why that Monday, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I mean, what's the worst? The worst that can happen is nobody watches my videos. That's the worst that can happen. But watch the videos. The worst that can happen is nobody watches my videos. And if nobody watches it, well, I'm still documenting it. I mean, I'm just in a point in my life right now where I'm just like, you know what? Bump it. Do it. As long as what you're doing is not hurting nobody and you're not hurting yourself and is legal and within reason, do it. It's so crazy how that's another thing. Another thing that was holding me back from vlogging was I always ask myself, what am I going to talk about? Like, I don't do anything. I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. What am I going to talk about? But then the other day, I asked myself, I was like, Roger, you watch a lot of vlogs and you watch a lot of sit down videos. And some of the vlogs that you're watching, the vloggers are just talking to you. Like, they're just talking about random stuff and they engage you. So if you like that and you talk a lot, why don't you just record yourself doing the random things that you do around the house every day? I mean, it's things you're gonna do anyway, with or without recording it. So might as well record yourself doing it. So here I am. Yeah, I'm getting comfortable with this camera thing. I'm getting comfortable. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm getting comfortable. Can you guys tell that I'm getting comfortable? And I got a tripod too. So like my arm is not like, so my arm is so it's steady. So, okay, y'all, let me stop yapping and actually start folding these clothes. What do I want to do? You know what? As I'm folding these clothes, I think we should do like a little housewife segment. Okay? Yeah, that would be good. I'm thinking, because even in the last episode, I also incorporated a housewife segment. I think I'm going to do this every week because I watch Housewives every week. So I might as well, like, you know, talk about do like a review. I used to do reviews. If you go back, I did reviews for like 2 months or something, like 2 months straight. But I stopped doing it because one, the housewife shows just were not hitting the way they used to. It was just so much cattiness, and I mean, they're always catty, but like the cattiness level it was amplified. I was kind of like losing interest. I was still watching it, but I just didn't have interest to talk about it on camera. And I felt like, and also it was like a lot of pressure on not from the outside, but pressure on myself to always make sure that like I'm delivering the reviews on time. Because if the episode comes out on Sunday, why I can't bring out another review. I can't bring out the review like Saturday, the day before the next episode. So even when I didn't have time to like sit down and record, I always had to like wait till like my kids go to bed, and they usually like sleep around 10. So I'm like trying to like record a video after 10 p.m. and so I realized, I was like, okay, yeah, this is not sustainable. I can't do this. So I just stopped. But I think now that I'm vlogging, I can just incorporate my reviews into my vlog. So instead of like yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and fold and talk. I mean, usually when I'm folding clothes, I'm watching a housewife show. But I think I'm caught up. So what is today? Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday. So I watched Orange County. The new season started. And Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 1 of the reunion. That's what we're going to talk about, y'all. Let me set up my tripod so we can get started. All right, y'all. So, let me push this a little closer. Okay. So, we're going to talk about OC first. Real Housewives of Orange County. Orange County was kind of, I don't know. The first episode, I said to myself, if this season is going to be gang up on Katie's season, y'all can keep it. Because first of all, Emily is upset with Katie because y'all remember last season, somebody, I think Emily's kids said that they don't like, that their mom they don't like Heather because Heather is mean to their mom. So Katie's kid was babysitting Emily's kids, and said that that was what one of the kids said to her. So Katie and her daughter went out to lunch with Tamara. And told Tamara, and then it became like a whole thing. And Emily's protesting that she never said that. She never said those things to her kids. That she never said that, what is it called? Heather was mean. So this season, one of like the former babysitters, not this season, last season, a former babysitter came out and said that, yes, Emily has said to her kids that Heather is mean to her, and that she has heard Emily's kids say that they don't like Heather because of that. So the lady babysitter wanted to provide receipts, reached out to Katie. Katie directed her to a blogger to contact so that she can show her receipts. Let me adjust my camera. Yeah, so that she can show her receipts. So now Emily's upset and basically throwing fire and brimstone at Katie. Just like, Emily, you're reaching. Emily's saying that, oh, kids should be off limits. Those are boundaries. I said, girl, you tripping. Because where was this boundary of yours when last year, at last year's reunion, you decided to reveal that Katie's kids were taken from her because she was unable to take care of her kids? So you didn't have boundaries then? I was like, Emily, get over yourself. Like, get over yourself. Was Katie wrong in directing that blogger? Directing the lady, the nanny, to the blogger? Yes. But that's all. Like, but I'm just like, Katie, I wish you would have more mouth and defend yourself, because this is ridiculous. That's one thing I don't like about, like, if you want to be a housewife, you can, anybody that comes on these shows, because, okay, let's be honest right now. Back then, yes, housewives, you can get like housewives that can say like, yeah, I've never watched the show. But in this day and age, in this 2025, in this year of our Lord Jesus Christ, there is no housewife that can come on this show and tell me, oh, I've never seen an episode. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's a lie. And you know it. So you people have to watch these shows and know what these ladies are like. So you have to know that, okay, if I'm coming on this show, I need to be able to defend myself verbally. I need to speak up. Even if you're an introvert, even if you're a type of person that, you're not confrontational, you need to be confrontational on these shows. You cannot just come and be like, other people you cannot rely on other people to talk. Girl, you cannot rely. Look at the girl. Look at the girl that I told to sleep. She's there playing with her dolls on her bed. You cannot rely on other people to speak for you or to like stand up for you. You got to stand up for yourself, girl. So that's one thing that's annoying me with Katie. So that's basically and now Emily has she's having some what is it, mom guilt or something like that, because she says one of her kids he's not eating, and she's worried about that. I can actually understand that as a mom myself. When my child was younger, she was a very picky eater, but I feel like from my experience, it was because she was a toddler. She's still a toddler, but like fresh out of toddler. Like this was like fresh when she stopped drinking milk. Like she wouldn't eat anything. I would be so worried. Like, my baby's not eating. Like, what's going on? But now she eats everything. But I digress. So Emily's worried that her kid is not eating. But her husband is, basically trying to, cheer her up and let her know that, oh, maybe it's just a phase. And then later on, we find out that he was diagnosed with autism. So I think, well, not that I think, she said it. So with all these things that are going on in her life, that's kind of why she's taking the approach that she's taking with Katie. But I just felt like she's taking it a little too far, because Emily, you also, what you did at last year's reunion, revealing Katie's what happened with her and her children, that was foul. Like, so let's not try to make it seem like, oh, I mean, so yeah. And now we're moving on to what's her name? Tamara. So, in my opinion, I think Tamara is telling us that she was diagnosed with autism, recently diagnosed with autism. And I think she's now trying to use her autism diagnosis as a, what is it called? As like a way to basically erase all the things that she's done in the past. As we all know, Tamara is on the show. I don't know how outside the show, but on the show, Tamara is vile. We know that Tamara is vile. Her mouth. But so I don't know. She's just basically trying to use that autism diagnosis, like, oh, you guys should cut me a break. Oh, like, no. It's like, girl, no, ain't nobody cutting you no break. You're very rude and vile. To be honest with you, when I was watching this, I was kind of like a little disinterested, because I was just like, oh my God. When Tamara was talking, especially when she was talking to Eddie, and then she was complaining to Eddie that how, like, you know, what's her name? Shannon wasn't a good friend. But I'm like, Shannon wasn't a good friend. Last season, you were like coming at Shannon from like every which way for her drinking. And now she's not a good friend. And her husband was like, well, was she ever a good friend? I was just like, oh my God. I feel like some of these husbands are annoying. Some of these husbands are annoying. I'm like, Eddie, you know the kind of woman you married. You know that your wife is not even a good friend. In my opinion, Tamara is nobody's friend. Tamara is only out for herself. Anything that serves her, anything that, you know, will benefit her, that's what she's going to do. If you think Tamara is your friend, that's at your own risk, okay? She is nobody's friend. But yeah, y'all. I mean, I don't really have too much to say on that. And then, and Gina was aggravating me. Oh my God. It's like Gina, it was like, she's trying to be the peacemaker, but she's stirring the pot at the same time. Gina's annoying. Gina's actually annoying. I wish she would go somewhere, but she's annoying. But yeah, y'all. Okay, let's move on to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta, it wasn't really, it was mid. I mean, we found out that Britt is not coming. Well, we already knew that a while ago, that Britt didn't come to the reunion. What's it called? The ladies all get ready. They come out. I think Phaedra comes out last. I didn't like Phaedra's outfit. I feel like Phaedra's outfit was the least for me, followed by Drew. I didn't like all that feather stuff that was on Drew's shoulder. I didn't know what that was supposed to be. I didn't like that. And then Kelly's outfit. I didn't like Kelly's outfit. I think Kelly's outfit would have been cute on somebody taller. Because I think, like, Kelly is short. So the outfit made her look... I don't want to be mean. No, it made her look a little frumpy. But I felt like if it was on somebody that was a little... Somebody like that was, like, taller, like an Angela or like a Portia... then you can see, like, it will look good, like her proportions. I feel like Kelly needs to learn how to dress for her size, like, for not her size in terms of weight, but like for her height, because she's a short woman. So, and I'm part of the short people. I'm part of the short crew. I'm only 5'3". So there are certain clothes that I see that I think is cute, but I know that it's not gonna look good on me because I'm short. And I don't like things, and sometimes clothing can look a little frumpy on me. So I try not to, like, wear clothes that has a lot of material because I'm already short. And, you know, y'all, it's a whole process. But yeah. What was I going to say? You can see that the way Shamia kept looking at Portia. Like, I was like, girl, are you bothered? But you could tell Portia didn't really, she wasn't checking for Shamia. But, what is it called? They called out Shamia because, I don't know, Shamia, a few years ago, she boasted that she was the one that set up Portia and Simon. But at the reunion, Shamia was insisting that no, she did not set up Portia and Simon, that she knew them. And so Andy asked Portia, did Shamia set you up with Simon? And there was like a silent pause. So Andy is like, what was the pause for? So it's like, girl. So basically what Portia is trying to say was like, well, she did introduce her, but if she's when she's claimed that she didn't, then it is what it is. So yeah. But you can tell like Shamia and Portia, they're kind of like beefing because the way they were, I don't know, Shamia just kept giving Portia the eye. Portia apologized. Brew called out Portia for, because everybody has said this a million times, that Portia used Drew as a storyline, because that whole drama with Drew possibly sleeping with Dennis, trying to give fellatio to Dennis and everything. Portia knew that those things were not true, but she decided to run with it, for a storyline. So she apologized to Drew. She was a little dramatic though. Like, she went up, I think it was a viewer asked the question. So when Andy posed the question to Portia, there was like a small pause, and then Portia just got up to go hug Drew. At first when she got up, I thought she was about to go hit somebody. I said, girl. And then she got up and she like hugged Drew. I thought Drew was gonna be like, nah, girl. But Drew embraced the hug, so they hugged each other. I was like, okay, that's cute. That's actually like one thing I like about Portia is she's very happy-go-lucky. But don't get it twisted, Portia is not dumb. I know she puts on this persona like, oh, she's aloof. Like, no, Portia's not dumb. Portia knows what she's doing, especially with that storyline. She knew what she was doing. Because since she couldn't film in her house and talk about, the lifestyle, she had to come up with something, and Drew was the scapegoat. So her and Drew embraced each other. Shamia said that she's disappointed that Britt Edie didn't come, because there were certain things that she wanted to discuss and hash out with Britt Edie. And then we find out that Britt Edie is apparently trying to sue Drew. Drew said that she found out, Britt Edie told her that you're going to be hearing from my lawyers about that whole poster board with Kenya. So, but Drew she said to me, you're going to be hearing from my lawyers, but up to now I haven't heard anything from her lawyers. I was like, girl, what? So Britt is just suing everybody. You get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit. Everybody's getting sued. But Kenya, my thing, how is she going to sue Drew but not Kenya? That don't make no sense. Because, girl, okay, girl, okay. What else? And then we get on the topic of Marcus and Angela. I feel like the more we talk about this Marcus and Angela thing, the more it's starting to sound like this story doesn't add up. Before I really, really thought it was Phaedra, because we all know what Phaedra is capable of. But now I'm just like, girl, I feel like Marcus just wanted to be on a show. And he was like, oh, you know what? Let me just make something up. Because even now on social media, his story just keeps changing. Because Angela said on the reunion that he originally tried to like put it on Britt Edie, then he tried to put it on Kelly, then he put it on Phaedra. So I'm like, so if he tried to do all of this, he has lost his credibility. And now on social media, he's saying that it was Angela that set it up, right? So I'm like, bruh, this story is just, I don't know. It's sounding a little fishy to me, y'all. But Angela says that she believes that it was Phaedra, because Phaedra needed it to secure a storyline. To be honest with you, I don't think so. I feel like Bravo knows that Phaedra is messy. So Bravo was just waiting on Candy to leave so they can bring Phaedra back. I don't think Phaedra needed to secure anything. I feel like her bag was already secured on the show, because Bravo swears by Phaedra. They think that Phaedra is like the savior of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I really don't think she's not. I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, I was a Phaedra. Phaedra was one of my favorite. I loved her friendship with Candy. How, because Candy ain't give a F. And Phaedra was always like a little, you know, Phaedra's a little cuckoo. Like she could be a little eccentric sometimes with like her, you know, productions and how she does things. So I like their friendship. And then when Phaedra did that foul stuff to Portia, I mean to Candy, this is how you guys know that I was young. I really didn't. I was just like, but in my mind, I still liked Phaedra. I was still a Phaedra fan. It wasn't until I started getting older, because mind you, I was watching Housewives like when I was back in high school. It wasn't until I started getting older that I was like, wow, like no, what Phaedra did was foul. Like that could literally have hurt Candy's her reputation, her businesses. I was like, nah, that was foul. And that was when I started looking at Phaedra with a different lens. This is how you know that I was growing up. Because somebody cannot do no, I beg, you cannot be ruining some because your reputation is all you have in this life. Let me tell you something. Reputation is all you have. So that's all you got, girl. What else? I need to stop saying but guys, look, I mean, we're making progress, right? We are making progress. Let me stop. Let me stop. That's not what you guys are here for. Let me bring this down a little bit. Okay. Go ahead and finish folding these clothes, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys. So this is what I've folded so far. I'm not done yet. But your girl's going strong. Your girl's going strong. We got to do it. But guess who's holding me down? Yep. Watching the Brooke Ashley's review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Episode 1. Reunion. Spoiler alert. She's also not impressed. I was like, okay, girl, we see each other. So this is what I still have left to fold. Once I'm done, I'm tired, y'all. I want to take a nap. Hey, y'all. So I'm not done folding, but I'm getting a little hungry. So I'm going to go downstairs. Get a little snacky snack. I get some grapes. Some grapes. Another thing, do you guys watch mukbangs? I used to like watching mukbangs, but now I can't stand it. Hearing somebody chew, it annoys me. As I'm eating grapes. But I can't watch mukbangs anymore. I'm gonna come back when I'm done eating my grapes. I don't want to chew. I don't want to be chewing in y'all ears.